Durant had the coronavirus back in May, continues to register antibodies, and has tested negative in multiple recent tests. According to sources, the quarantine would put Durant on track to miss 4 games starting Tuesday against the Jazz. The Nets have now won 2 in a row. Meanwhile, the Nets have lost 2 in a row. Meanwhile, the Knicks have won 2 in a row. Now I want to bring in our resident New York fan, the one who's actually loyal. That would be Stephen A. Smith, not Max Kellerman, who jumped ship and moved to LA and, became a Lakers fan. You might as well become a Cowboys fan, too, while you're at it, Max. Stephen A., I'll come to you first because, you showed your true colors here. Are you impressed with the Knicks? Are you excited about them?
I'm very excited. Max Kellerman, that's right. I'm very excited. Max, that's right, Max. I don't know if you've noticed, but over the last 5 games, the New York Knicks have won 4 of their last 5. But the Brooklyn Nets have lost 4 of their last 5. Let me tell you something, Max Kellerman. I know the Brooklyn Nets got all the talent. I get it. They got all the talent. But I'm watching Julius Randle here. 22, 11, and 7 on 50% shooting, 40+% from three-point range. He's playing like an all-star. That's right, I said it, Max. Julius Randle is playing like an all-star. This could, did you see Austin Rivers? He's shooting about 46% from three-point range. He's come off the bench, hit some big shots Saturday night against Indiana, hit a couple of big shots last night against Atlanta. Atlanta's no scrub. In the 4 of those 5 victories, they beat Milwaukee for their first win of the season. Obviously, they beat Cleveland. They beat Indiana, a playoff team. Atlanta has looked pretty good, but struggled against those New York Knicks, who, by the way, Atlanta beat Brooklyn. Now we get to the Brooklyn Nets. Max, KD's averaging 28. He's KD. We all know he's all-world. Kyrie's averaging 26. Tell you what I noticed about Brooklyn. I see Kyrie shooting more shots than KD. I see Kyrie shooting definitely more in the fourth quarter than KD. And I see a team that's struggling defensively. And we've got analysts, not me, but we've got others that have called the Nets soft. Plus, you ain't going to have Spencer Dinwiddie. Now, you still got Karis LeVert because that brother can play. And here with Kyrie and KD is a lot to love. But the bottom line is this. There's some trouble in Brooklyn. So it's entirely plausible, Max. It's entirely plausible that the Brooklyn Nets can win 45-plus games out of the 72-game regular season, go to the postseason, and still have a disappointing year because they didn't go to the finals. But the New York Knicks can end up winning about 36 games, being a 500 team, making it to the playoffs, and guess what? They'll be looking up. They've got an upside because nobody's expecting anything from them. And by the way, this dude Quickly out of Kentucky, the brother can play.
Manuel Quickly is no joke.
That's right. They got him. So guess what, Max?
They pulled that draft day trade.
I'm not sold on Obi Toppin, which I told you about. But I like the effort. Tom Thibodeau got them boys playing hard. They're a top 5 defense in the NBA.
RJ Barrett.
You understand what I'm saying? They're dead last in 3-point field goal attempts, but like 11th in percentages made. I'm just looking at the Knicks right now. As hard as he's got them playing, the way that they're competing, I'm pleased, Max. And I wanted to say that. As a native New York and a New York Knicks fan, I am very pleased thus far with the job Tom Thibodeau and his coaching staff has done. I'm happy.
You are, like when you look at the Knicks, why have they been so bad for so long? And I blame Dolan, right? But in fact, Stephen A., I blame you. And I blame people like you. You make fun of Cowboys fans. They get a win, all of a sudden they're going to win the Super Bowl. You're sitting here because the Knicks won a couple games? Because they're playing hard? You say you're more excited about them than the Nets? Let me encapsulate this for you, okay? One team, the Knicks, if they keep this up, will be competing for the play-in, not the playoffs, the play-in game. The other team, the Nets, will be competing for a championship. Losing Dinwiddie stinks because with Dinwiddie, LeVert, Harris, Kyrie, and KD, that's the most unguardable, by far, starting 5 in the NBA. Losing Dinwiddie hurts, although I always thought he should have been off the bench and LeVert should be in the starting lineup. Nevertheless, the Nets have their 2 main pillars still. And they will be just fine. You're right, just fine may be underachieving. It may be not winning enough playoff series, but that's where they're heading. The Knicks, meantime, Stephen A., Thibodeau's going to get these dudes to play hard. We already knew that, especially the first couple weeks of the season. Are they still going to be playing hard at the end when they're burnt out, or are they young enough with fresh enough legs to keep it up? Because we know Thibodeau is a demanding coach. He's a very good coach, but he's demanding, and the criticism has been, and I don't think it's been unfounded, some of those teams get worn down by the end. Not everyone is Jimmy Butler.
True.
We'll see. If they don't, they'll be competing for a play-in game, and you have the nerve, what do you call it? The unmitigated gall to come on national television and come out here and talk about you're more excited about the Knicks than the Kyrie Irving, KD
No, I didn't say
Nets.
that. I didn't say more excited. I said I'm very pleased with the Knicks, number one. Number two, I've never talked about the Knicks with the championship. I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan that just wet the bed yet again and go, we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, right? No, I'm not that dude. I'm not that dude. I keep things in its proper perspective. All I'm trying to say is, damn, Max, 1973, bro. 1973, the last time there was a championship. I have suffered. I'm admitting I've suffered. And the fact that there's any kind of silver lining right now has me pleased.
Right.
I see a culture developing, and I'm kind of happy about it.
Yeah, you know
More
what
like
your
a
take
copper
is, Stephen
or
A.
brass
Your take's
lining,
cute.
but okay.
It's very cute. It's a little bit embarrassing, but it's hopeful. So I'm
Hey,
with it.
we got to go
All
with
right, when
it.
we come back here
I'll
on
take it.
First Take, which AFC wild card fell